Today I'm going to talk about techniques that I personally use to get a good consistent toe launch on my paraglider. The first thing I do is I ensure the wing is laid out nicely, no sticks or twigs or anything that's going to snag lines, and I'm nicely centered on the glider. I take up an athletic stance and prepare myself to hold back against the pressure from the winch as the boat is driving away. As you see, I have a standard forward launch position. A lines are in my hands, brakes are in my hands, and I'm simply bracing and waiting for the boat to drive off. The first thing I see many people do is right when the boat begins going, they try to inflate their glider and start running. This causes a problem because if there's not enough wind to keep your glider inflated over your head, you're going to experience collapses, the glider's going to fall to one side or the other, and create an unsafe launch. As the boat pulls away, the operator is going to begin increasing the tension on the winch. You're going to feel a pulling sensation on the tow bridle. You want to brace against this pulling until it almost feels like it's going to pull you over. The amount of pressure required is just something that's built from experience in doing multiple tows. Once the pressure has been achieved and I know that there's enough power being pulled by the winch for me to be flying, I then just do a normal forward launch. That includes pulling up the glider. I check the glider with the brakes as it comes overhead, and then I pull up a good torpedo position, exactly the same as if I'm launching off a mountain. When you're getting launched by a winch, what thing you have to understand is you can't jump into the air. You have to allow the winch to do its job. It has to pull you into the air. So keep your feet down, maintain a good torpedo. As the wing accelerates, it will pitch back behind you and you'll start climbing. Just like launching off a mountain, when you first start flying, you want to stay out of your harness. Don't roll back into your harness immediately because there are times that, hey, your feet might touch the ground again. Typically it's not an issue, you just start climbing right away. However, stay out of your harness, keeps that good center of gravity, it lets your wing accelerate, and once everything's stable and over your head, then you can go ahead and sit back in your harness. So the key points to remember: make sure your wing is laid out, make sure you're centered onto it, into the wind, wait for the boat to pull away, allow the pressure to increase from the winch, and it'll start to pull you. At that time, you go ahead and inflate your glider, maintain a good athletic torpedo, keep your feet down, and don't jump into your harness. These simple things will give you repeatable, consistent, safe tow launches. So be safe, have fun, and hope to see you out there.
Doing his job, protecting your property. Wow.
I watch this all day. I know what I'm doing.
In 2 years, they're going to